Are you interested in ancient history? Anuradhapura was a key center for the ancient Indian Ocean trade, exporting high-value goods like gems, pearls, and spices to regions including the Roman Empire and China. Best route is to travel from Columbbo to Donbula through Kurunegala, Sigiriya, and Donbula, then to Anuradhapura and Polonnaruwa. You can use a combination of trains, private tours, taxis, buses, and tuk-tuks, with an estimated 3 to 4 days needed to comfortably see the main sights. Tuk-tuks, locally known as wheels, and some buses may not be comfortable for long runs. Train route: take a train from Columbbo Fort Station to Habarana. From Habarana, take a short tuk-tuk or bus to Donbula. Bus: the cheapest option is to take a bus directly from Columbbo to Donbula. Starting early each day is recommended, and Donbula or Sigiriya are good bases for exploring the region. Whether those Indian laborers or slaves built the giant structures, nobody knows. Do you have an idea? Anuradhapura and Polonnaruwa are two ancient cities in Sri Lanka. Still, there are plenty of leftover ruins showing how they lived about 2,000 years ago. It is still a mystery how they built those giant stupas without the aid of wheels or carts. These cities hold the stories of old kingdoms. They hold memories of kings, monks, and people who built great works with faith and patience. Many visitors come to see these places. They come to feel the history that lives in every stone. But many people do not really know the deep stories behind these cities. Anuradhapura is the older city. It was one of the earliest capitals in Sri Lanka. People believe it was founded more than 2,000 years ago. That is a very long time. Kings ruled the island from this city for many centuries. They built strong walls, huge stupas, and beautiful ponds. They made a place that showed their power and their beliefs. But the city was not only for kings. It was also a place where monks lived. It was a place where people came to pray. One of the most important places in Anuradhapura is the Sri Ma Bodhi tree. The tree came from a branch of the original Bodhi tree in India. It is said to be one of the oldest trees in the world that people have taken care of through history. It was the tree under which Prince Siddhartha found enlightenment and became the Buddha. The branch was brought to Sri Lanka more than 2,000 years ago. People visit it with flowers and prayers. They believe the tree brings blessings, but it is also a symbol. It reminds people of peace, patience, and wisdom. Another important place is the Ruwanwelisaya stupa. It is a huge white dome. It shines bright in the sun. It was built by King Dutugimunu. The king wanted to create something grand for the island. Many people helped build it. When it was finished, it stood as one of the biggest stupas in the world. Even today, it is admired for its size and beauty. There was also the Jetavanarama stupa. At the time it was built, it was one of the tallest structures in the ancient world. People still talk about how they built something so big without modern machines. But the ancient people of Sri Lanka were clever. Anuradhapura has many ponds too. These ponds were used by monks. The stones fit so well that water flows smoothly. After many centuries, Anuradhapura faced many battles. There were invasions and wars. The capital moved. Nature slowly covered the old buildings, but the ruins were still there. Today, people can walk through the ancient streets. They can imagine what life was like when monks walked gently and kings rode past in golden chariots. Now let us talk about Polonnaruwa. It became the capital after Anuradhapura. This happened after many conflicts. They chose Polonnaruwa because it was easier to defend. The city grew quickly. It became a strong and beautiful capital. One of the most famous rulers of Polonnaruwa was King Parakramabahu the Great. He believed that every drop of water was valuable. He said that not a single drop of rain should go to the sea without being used. So he built huge tanks. These were massive man-made lakes. The largest one is called Parakrama Samudra. These works still help people today. One of the most famous sites is Galwihara. Here, there are 4 large statues of the Buddha carved into a single rock wall. Each statue shows a different moment or mood. One statue is sitting in deep meditation. One is standing with a calm face. One statue shows the Buddha lying down, entering final peace. These statues are known for their beauty and gentle expressions. People from all over the world come to see them, but many people are surprised that they were made more than 800 years ago with simple tools. The ancient city also had strong walls and royal gardens. The royal palace of King Parakramabahu had many rooms. Some people say it had 7 floors. Today, only parts of the walls remain. But when you stand there, you can imagine the tall building. There is also the Varadaje. It is a round building that once protected a sacred relic. The carvings on the stone show fine detail. The moonstones at the entrance show animals and flowers in a circle. The pillars stand in neat rows. Many experts say this is one of the best works in ancient Sri Lankan architecture. But it is also a quiet place. There were channels, gates, and ponds. The builders knew how to control water during dry seasons. They studied the flow of water with great care. The tanks are still working today. Farmers in nearby villages depend on the water for their crops. This shows that the planning of the ancient city was very smart. But time always moves. People often say that Anuradhapura shows the early strength of Sri Lanka. They say it shows the unity of religion and royal power. On the other hand, Polonnaruwa shows rebuilding. It shows how leaders brought the country back to life after hard times. Both cities have UNESCO World Heritage status today. This means the world sees their value. These places are protected so future generations can learn from them. When travelers visit these cities, they often feel a deep calm. They also hear stories from guides who share knowledge passed down for years. Many people say that visiting these cities is like stepping into a living museum, but it is even more than that. It's a journey into a culture that values wisdom, patience, and spiritual strength. They teach about planning. They teach about teamwork. They show what people can do when they have strong goals. They show that great things need time. They remind people that beauty can last for thousands of years when made with care. Anuradhapura and Polonnaruwa are not only old cities, they are reminders of human skill. They are reminders of faith. They tell us to respect the world around us.